What is up, guys? Rising back with another video. This video is not going to be the same as other ones. Just for the simple fact, there is quite a lot of problems. I've just clicked the wrong thing. There is quite a lot of problems going on with my World of Tanks. I'm not going to be recording for a long time for that game, just purely until they actually manage to sort out some of their stuff. Like, they've got shit like fucking the matchmaking. It's a no-go. Like, I'm losing my rating. That's how bad matchmaking is. And then, like, yeah, I get they're trying to make the game better and everything, but fuck, man, there's a way to do it. And like, sadly enough, world rating is not the way to go. You can't have a bad matchmaking and have world rating. That's not how a game goes. And like the matches that I've been having have just been loss after loss after loss after loss. And at some point you get bored and you think, well, either the game's got to get better or you've just got to leave. So yeah, I'm gonna leave for a few weeks, maybe a month max. I'll still play all my other games, but as of now, I don't really want to play a game where I'm going to be constantly losing straight off the bat. It's not good. Like, my player rating, it was going up. Like, I managed to get it to like at least, I'd say, about 48, 47, and when I at about 2k battles I had a rating of about maybe 75%, and I worked hard to get that. And then along comes new updates, along comes patches, and then boom, there you have it. We've got a shit show of a game. Now, it's not too much of a shit show where you can't actually play the game. Like, don't get me wrong, you can still play the game, you can still have fun on it, but the point that I'm trying to make is you can't have two things that coexist. You can't have ranked battles and then have a world rating, because it's just not going to mix. You're going to have all the best players playing ranked battles with tier 9 and 10, and then you're going to have like 30%ers, 20%ers on your side of the team whilst you're playing in the non-rated battles. It's just not good. Like, I can't count how many times I've lost a game due to like 20%ers and 30%ers. Like, it's just not fair to the people that actually want to play the game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I play it for fun. Yes, I'm not the best player on the game, but at some point you've got to think to yourself, well, where are they going wrong and where could they do better? And this is what no one's asking. Like, this is what no one's asking. Like, they ain't saying where Wargaming can do better. They ain't saying any of that. Now, to me, a game only gets better if the person wants it to get better. And I mean, I'm all for change. Like, I'd prefer it if they changed the game. It makes, with change comes great things. Like, you can do a lot more things with like different things, but it just seems like they're just nerfing every gun, and they're not listening to people. And that itself really sucks, because people don't go into a gaming community and be like, oh yeah, this game's great. A game doesn't pick off from nowhere. Like, a game doesn't kick off from nowhere. You know, it's got to start fucking somewhere, isn't it? And it just seems like Wargaming aren't listening to the players anymore. Which is kind of sad. it is sad to a big degree, because a lot of people don't want to see tanks get nerfed. They don't want to see like all of the premium play, all of the like people that pay winning every single game. It's just not fair. I can't count the amount of times that I've died, and I pay quite a bit for my tanks. Like, my tanks aren't cheap, and it just seems like they just ain't paying attention to like all of the little nitty gritty stuff. Like, the game has so much potential to be better than what it is, and it just seems like they don't want it to be. Like, bit of lag right there? Yeah, like, that's another thing as well. Like, the servers, the amount of lag that's in the servers, it's like, you click off it for 2 seconds and then bam, you don't know what's hit you, because your tank's destroyed and that's it, you're out the game. No, oh, how did I die? None of that. No, you're just dead. And like, this is what they need to do something with. Like, because a lot of people's going into games and they're just shooting, they're just driving around in high tier tanks, and they ain't giving a shit about other players' ratings. Like, yeah, you can thumb them down and everything, but what good's that? They just get a warning, nothing else happens. So they then go into another game and it's like they do the same thing. And it's just not fair. Like, why should someone that pays money for the game itself have a shit experience? Like, that's not how it's supposed to go at all. That's really not how it's supposed to go. I don't know, call me whatever, but I just think it's not going anywhere. Like, they're bringing out a new update to take away your spare parts and your boosters and everything. Well, why are they taking them away for? That adds a different element to the game itself. Like, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. It's like, for every step forward they take, and they're taking like 20 steps backwards, and it's just, well, what's the actual point? Like, what's the actual point in players actually paying for their game just to be like, for them not to be interested in it? Like, I'd love just to sit there and play the game and have fun playing it, and I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun for the simple fact that I'm always dying. I'm always getting blown up. I'm always getting shots done to me that are unbelievable, that no one could possibly do. And like, you see a lot of players have left. A lot of players have left because of it, because they just don't feel that Wargaming's listening to them. And in all honesty, you've got to give it to those players, because Wargaming's not listening. The players have been asking ages for them to remove the free parts and the boosters, and they've only just listened to them now, like 4 or 5 years down the line. It's stupid. Like, we ain't playing the game. Well, it's not the company that's made the game, if I'm truthfully honest. It's the people that's played the game that's made the game what it is now. It started off on PC and it was brilliant on PC. Yes, I get PCs further ahead than any other platform. But what I'm finding hard to understand is, why can't they just like bring out the new changes and put them straight onto Android or iOS? To me, it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. It just seems like they don't want change to happen. They don't want it to be. They don't want the game to advance. They just want to make money off what they've got now. And to me, that's not how a game's built. A game's built through a developer listening to the players, to what the players want. And to me, it's just like the community itself, it's slowly falling apart. Like, not as many players are playing it, and it's just like, well, you can't really blame them, to be honest. I honestly can't blame people that aren't playing it now, because, to be honest, it's just getting worse. It's getting to the point where players are leaving, old players are coming back. Well, yeah, I get the old players are coming back, but, like, come on. Like, sort your problems out first. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't just fanny around it and say you're going to change it, then not change it. It's just, that's not how it goes. Like, you either do something or you don't do something. And it just seems like they ain't doing what people want. Which is, it's quite sad. It is quite sad. And I just crashed into a tree. Like, it honestly is, like, I don't know what to say, I honestly don't. Like, I used to play World of Tanks. I still play it now, but I'm slowly, like, starting to not want to play it anymore. I'll just play something like fucking this. You know, this doesn't have biased things to it. Like, you can purchase stuff on it at your own free will. You can do all of that good stuff, do you know what I mean? But, like, for a game that started out on PC, it's like, well, what the fuck's happening with it? Like, come on. Sort it out, man. Because I guarantee you now, a few years from now, the game itself isn't going to be where it is. It really isn't. And I hope that people still stay around and play it. Like, I'll still play it, but at some point you've got to ask yourself, well, where does the madness end? When does it end? When can we just have a normal game that doesn't require waiting in a queue for like 2-3 minutes, or maybe even 30 minutes when you go into a rating battle? Because I'm not going to lie, I've been in a rating battle before and I've been waiting like fucking half an hour, and it's not right. It really isn't right. Like, it's just stupid. It's like the mastery badges that you get. Well, yeah, I agree with the mastery badges. You should be able to get mastery badges. But like, it kind of defeats the whole purpose when you have a world rating that you can get, and then you've got rating battles, like ratings battles, so like ranking battles, so you can get a rating, like just a standard rating. Like, you can't have both. You can't have ratings battles and then a normal world rating. It just doesn't work. It doesn't cohese. It really doesn't coexist. Like, you either love it or you don't. Sorry, just getting a kill there. Yeah, but they don't coexist. They really don't. Like, you can't have a world rating and then just a normal rating battle. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. If I could count the amount of times that I've had good battles, it'd be unreal. Like, right now I'm sat on 4K battles, yeah? And I probably only won like 1,000 of them. Which is unreal, considering when I was at 2,000 battles I was 75%. And I'm just not 75% no more. I'm worse than when I started the game. Which isn't good at all. I just crashed the van again. But yeah, I'm not playing it for a while. I'll play all my other games, but for now I'm done with World of Tanks. Like, I got a Type 62 Dragon, and it's just, well, it's not as fun as it used to be. It's really not as fun as what it used to be. Like, I used to have a lot of fun on it, but now I don't. I honestly don't have a lot of fun on it, and it's kind of sad. It is honestly quite sad to think that at one point I used to enjoy playing World of Tanks. I still do, but it's just, you know, some days you can have 20 good battles, and then some days you'll have one brilliant battle, and it'll be like 40 losses after that, and it's just, well, what's the point? Like, they need some sort of system that you can have, like, where 40% players play 40% players, 50% players play 50% players, and so on, like that. Like, don't have both. Because it's... At some point it's just not going to work. it's really not gonna work, and like I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Like a game that's so good on a different platform, yeah, it's brilliant. But again, when it changes platform, it comes with great consequences. Like, you can't have as nearly as much fun as you can have when it's on like the normal standard platform. It's just it is quite sad though, to be honest. It's really sad to think that a game that's so good just isn't good anymore. And it defeats the whole purpose of the game. I may actually die right now. Ah, yep, we dead. We deaded. We deaded. Oh well. See, but that's what I like about this game. It's got 100 players. World of Tanks has. It's got 14 players in a battle. Well, what good's that? What good's having 14 players in a battle? You like, it's 7 aside basically. But you go to the computer version and it's got 30 players in a battle. Like 15 to a team. Like, that makes the game a lot better. Like, make the map bigger. Make the map bigger and make it so that people can fucking actually do something. So that it's actually playable. Otherwise it's not good at all. It's honestly not good. Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. It's like right now I'm Platinum. I'm Platinum 5, Silver 2 and Bronze 3. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, brilliant. That's epic for me. I've never been in Platinum on this game before. But World of Tanks, it doesn't have. It doesn't have, like, set servers. Like, you can't just change your server like this. Look, boom, I'm in Europe. Boom, I'm in Asia. Boom, I'm in South America. No, you've got to actually log out, go into a different gate, like load into the server, but you don't have your tanks that you used to have. No, you've got none of that, and it's just really stupid. Like, I actually can't get the gist of it. Like, it's honestly stupid to the degree, like, you've got to, you sort of think to yourself, well, where's the game going? Will the game still be here in 4 to 5 years? Will it be different? Will it be better? Will it be worse? Like, right now, Racing Rivals just updated from 6.5 to 7. It's now on patch 7.0. And all they've done is they've locked the cars that you had in previous patches, so now you just can't pink them. They're locked, they're in a legacy garage, you can't do shit with them. and then they went to 7.0 and it's just the same thing. You've just got to go through the campaign, you get different cars and all that crap. That game has got worse, and like, I genuinely don't play it no more. Like, it's got to the point where you just, you sort of think to yourself, well, what's the point? What's the point in you investing money into a game that doesn't want to listen to you? That doesn't want to be around what people do anymore, and it's just, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is World of Tanks changing for the better, or is it changing for the worse? And I physically can't answer that question. I don't even think Wargaming can answer that question. It's just like, well, okay, you kind of got to deal with it. Deal with it, push through. Maybe it'll get better. I don't know, maybe if I have like a few days off it, maybe a week, maybe less, maybe more. But at some point I will go back to it, and I hope it's better than my experience that I've had today with losing like 40 consecutive battles, one after the other. It's like, I play roughly about 100 battles, yeah. I got up to date about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I played the game up until I had the first match, till I started recording. Till I started recording this, and now it's like, I played that much, right, and I lost nearly every single battle, and I physically don't know what to do, but it is what it is. Some point it might get better, some point it might not. But I hope it does. Like, I don't want to see World of Tanks Blitz fall. Like, I've played so many games that I've patched up and patched up and patched up, and it hasn't got better, it's got worse. But hey, maybe it'll get better. If it gets better, that's gonna be fucking ace, you know what I mean? If it gets better, it gets better. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll probably still play it. Sorry, I'm just gonna use my last 10 little tokens on it. But yeah, if it gets better, it gets better. I hope it gets better. If not, maybe it'll get better in time. But yeah, that being said, this is the Ryzen. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it hasn't been too long, and I don't really want to keep it that long, but yeah, if you've liked it, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and once you've subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon. That little bell icon that you click, that will make it so that you can be able to see when I next upload, if I post, and all that glorious kind of stuff. But yeah, that being said, peace.